Hello everyone. I'm going to begin with some older pieces, the first of which is the Hotel Eden. It was written in response to one of Joseph Cornell's shadow boxes of the same name. Haven't seen it. Sorry, I should be using the mic. The Hotel Eden. I don't want to write about the parrot, the centerpiece of an antique box. There's no ignoring its snazzy feathers, and I can't help wondering about the string in its mouth. But why should the bird get so much attention? What about the other, less vivid things? Box. She'd never known such a place. It was hard not to focus on the bars, though they weren't entirely fixed. The window behind, not entirely closed. Even the shadows weren't entirely black. There was nothing she wanted more. Home is the desire for illness. On the doorstep. It was the fattest slug she'd ever seen. She knew the salt would kill it. What she didn't know was how close to her it would come as it melted over concrete. Story of the shells. From the pretty, licked clean shells, we devoured the young bodies of living creatures. The sweet juices poured from our overfilled mouths and dribbled down our chins as ripe, tender flesh slid down our throats. Run through the flowers, sharp on the water's edge. The little boat will take you to a headless woman, pale beneath the moonlight, arms outstretched. The sequence I'm going to read for you now ties in with research I'm conducting for my PhD around the affective and ideological properties of women-led narratives in post-millennial British horror cinema. Each poem was created via the cut-up method, using language found in publicly available reviews of Jonathan Glazer's 2013 British sci-fi horror film Under the Skin. I hope you enjoy them. Creation. Void of redness opening under skin. Everything that follows speaks of faultless violence, perfectly she. At the center, hollow reverberating beyond what is. Another sign maddening waits to be staged. I should say the titles for these poems came from Mika Levy's brilliant soundtrack for the film, which is really worth listening to if you haven't already. Alien loop. Skin. Internal and verbal. almost completely disguised. A woman walks along the margins, a two-sided mirror she will swallow. How does Earth's look feel? Is it strange? She doesn't quite get the idea of strangeness. It's camera gaze, it's script, the home of woman or not. Soft skin in front of a mirror, rushing through the image, heading toward and past its echo or counterpoint, flattening, flattened. Here, in her, the girl and the woman come back to earth. Bedroom. What crawls inside feels another purpose, a premise, eclipsed by the quietly of nightly rituals. Every surface reflects an empty presence. The other swallows its under, impossible to resist. Lips to void. Dark rooms know the potency of lips. Warm red opening, the origins of light and disgust, a familiar death. Inside, something swallows, expanding at the center, black noise scripted for the purpose of otherness. Static repeats the language of gods becoming ghosts. The violence of forgotten begins a blue void, slowly growing. She finds herself the echo of its gaze. Drift. Beyond the corners of the frame, eyes, teeth, the body flesh off, remade to ravish. The first rewirings madden some unknown power. She walks toward night, its immaculate surface, her own deformity, spiraling into oblivion. Ellipses articulate her skin. Lonely void. Strange split, and the other augmented with questions, barely pausing. Blue visitors find a place in her throat. Mirror to vortex. It begins with I. Microtonal bursts, a sudden edit inside, turning she into sign. The mirror opens her opposite. Another less than, crawling into bad. Meet to maths. Ellipses form the question. A pinpoint of light expands into I, exploding barriers between strangers waking in hidden places. She advances, ever more empty of purpose, the answer emerging. Love. Between the sea and the ghost who follows, nothing. And the eyes so alone, their language distantly craved. Death. Formless void separating into a language of mirrors. The artistry of alien doubling as destruction. Below stark blacks, familiar reverses. Everything inside riddled with new gods. Thank you.